Colin Dewberry and his partner Kelly Williams say they have lived in East Texas their whole lives and have never been called that.
She said that we don't serve, can I say, fags here. We don't serve fags here.
Then the waitress continued, they say.
Here at Big Earl's, we like for men to act like men and for ladies to act like ladies.
That phrase is posted on the front door of the restaurant.
I think it's just not appropriate in a family restaurant that has a sign on the front door. We just don't do that here.
And that waitress who used a derogatory term, that's Earl's daughter.
She's a young lady, didn't know what else to say, and they just kept on. She finally said, we just don't like tags.
Well, if you don't want to attract the gays, maybe don't name your restaurant Big Earl's. Those hungry homos are Colin and Kelly. And when they tried to have a meal at a bait shop, they were served a Texas-sized helping of hate speech. What those boys do in the privacy of a public restroom is their business. Unless they were trying to pay with blowjobs, Big Earl can go F himself. I love going out to fancy restaurants because I know none of my fans can afford to come harass me there. And please, don't ask me if I have a reservation. Do you have a television? This is my reservation for the most private table in the house. And thanks in advance for comping the meal. I don't mind a wait list as long as they give you one of those vibrators to sit on until your table is ready. And knock it off with the communal seating. If I wanted to eat dinner with a half dozen strangers, I'd spend time with my family. And yes, I'm aware that all ranch dressing is at least 20% busboy semen. That's why I always order extra. Restaurants have the right to refuse anyone's service. They fought for it during the restaurant wars of Top Chef. So if a hole in the wall in Texas won't accept Colin and Kelly, I'm sure there are plenty of holes in the wall in Hollywood that will, in this week's Web Redemption.
State your name and your business.
We mean no harm. We've been chased out of town for being gay.
Mind if we warm ourselves by your fire?
Well, hell yeah. Sit down. Unless you're too sore from doing all that butt stuff. I'm toasting arboreal rice for some risotto.
We are very hungry.
It's gonna be about 45 minutes. You just gotta keep stirring.
Looks good.
Well, it's gonna taste a lot better. How did you two meet?
We met on Grindr.
Did you really?
Yes, we are a Grindr success story.
What I like is Grindr in a small town where just two lights pop up. Just like, all right. Well, what's life like for you now?
Life is a hollow shell of what it used to be before we were just innocently gay.
Are we praying?
We're praying.
Yes.
What is the gay population of your area?
3 closeted, a maybe, and me and Kelly.
Maybe. Have you been there before?
No, this is the first time. Highly recommended restaurant.
My family.
Your family has their own agenda.
Yeah, I think so.
You like a hearty breakfast?
I do.
If I give you the choice between sausage, bacon, what do you do?
Sausage. Both, and then gravy on top.
No, I'm not a fan of that at all.
Are you a real Texan?
No, I am not. Matter of fact, not even a big fan of the state. Why do you guys live there?
By choice.
Yeah.
You know you could live in LA or New York, right? Yeah. And just be embraced. What does your total bill come to?
It comes to like $16 or $17.
Oh, you didn't have orange juice?
No, we didn't order the orange
They were
juice.
That's the most offensive thing I've heard about this entire story. When did she say this to you?
Okay, she said this as we're coming out. So it was like a lukewarm service while we were there.
And then she says what?
Here at Big Earl's, we like for men to act like men and we like for ladies to act like ladies. So I'm going to ask that you never come back. We don't serve fags here.
Now, is there any chance she could have said, we don't have figs? Because they were out of orange juice, figs were out of season that time of year.
And the only thing that really ticked them off was it's like we were sharing a plate of French toast. It was like dead center.
That is queer. God damn it! I'll tell you what, I'll throw this out. I won't serve you guys bad risotto.
No.
How does a woman act like a lady? What does that mean?
Well, man's supposed to be a leader.
A man's supposed to stand up and be a leader.
Kelly, was this more on you? Were you not acting like a man?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, by the way, what kind of footsies were you playing under the table?
No footsies.
Nothing?
Nothing.
I thought they implied that you guys were doing some, like, leg rubbing and stuff.
Big Earl says it was their behavior, touching legs, that was against policy, not their sexual orientation.
I like to think it was the most hardcore footsie they'd ever seen in their life. You know, like 2 feet, just like.
Double footsies in any place is inappropriate. I mean, you gotta work up to that. You know that saggy pants is just code for black people, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a job or are you in school?
He's the assistant manager of a produce department. He works at a convenience store at night and he's full-time school.
And then what do you do?
I'm an aspiring singer-songwriter. That's kind of my focus right now.
Do you guys feel because you went through this and it was so publicized that you're almost forced to stay together now?
And suddenly, like, me and Kelly were this representative thing of something way bigger. It's just like, no, we're not. We're just gay. We're just cute gays.
It's, you know, it's like, are we praying again?
Yeah, let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Big Earl is intolerant. That's why I bought you your own restaurant right next door.
Thank you, Tosh.
It's East Texas. Storage unit in LA costs more.
We're gonna run him out of business. We can call it F you, Big Earls.
Or Big Earl has a tiny dick.
Okay, yeah, all right. Those are not good names for a restaurant. I've got a better idea.
Daniel!
How do, boys? Just came to check in on my investment. Things are looking real good around here.
We have cloth napkins.
Ooh, that's fancy.
And a DJ imported from Rage in West Hollywood. We found a local artist that does nothing but nude photos of Big Earl.
Well, it really complements the place.
All right, I need an order of throw meat with a side of balls on my chin, hold the gag reflex, and spray it on my face.
One Johnny football coming up.
Well, it is very progressive in here. You guys have done a wonderful job. You should really be proud of yourself. My mouth is watering. I tell you what, I'd like a table out on the patio.
Oh, Daniel, that's our colored section.
What?
Colored section.
Table for two? We don't serve mixed loads here.
Don't want no trouble? Just turn around and get.
What is wrong with you people?
It's still Texas.
Texas forever!
We killed JFK.
Yeehaw.
Nobody's firebombed the Dallas Buyers Club and Grill yet, so I consider it a success. We'll be